When Vivo announced the X300 FE, my first reaction was honestly pretty simple. Why? Not because I thought it would be a bad phone, but because I already use the regular vivo X300 as my daily driver. And if you've seen my experience with that phone, you'll know that it's already one of my favorite devices this year. The cameras are excellent, the battery life is reliable, the software experience is polished, and overall, it's just a really easy phone to recommend. So when I heard there was going to be an FE version, I immediately started wondering what Vivo had to cut to make it happen. Because let's be honest, that's usually how these things go. You take a flagship phone, remove a few premium features, make a few compromises, and release a more affordable version. But after spending some time with the vivo X300 FE, I realized I was asking the wrong question. Instead of focusing on what was removed, I started appreciating what Vivo managed to keep. Hi guys, Brian here from Tech, and let's talk about the vivo X300 FE. Let's start with the design. Modern flagship smartphones keep getting bigger and heavier every year, so using something that still feels compact without sacrificing usability is refreshing. The phone sits comfortably in the hand. One-handed use is much easier compared to larger flagships, and carrying it around throughout the day never feels cumbersome. Before we go any further, let's do a quick tour around the device. Up top, you'll find the secondary microphone and an infrared blaster. The left side is completely clean, while the right side houses the volume rocker and power button. At the bottom, there's the speaker grill, primary microphone, USB-C port, and a dual nano SIM tray. It's a pretty straightforward layout, but I'm always happy to see an IR blaster included since it's becoming less common these days. The color of our review unit is mist purple, and personally, I think it's one of the better looking options available. As someone who daily drives the pink vivo X300, the mist purple immediately stood out to me as an attractive finish. What I actually found more interesting though was the camera design. Unlike the circular camera module found throughout the X300 lineup, the X300 FE uses a horizontal camera bar. Cleaner, feels less bulky, and gives the phone a unique identity instead of making it look like a similar copy of the X300. The phone combines an aluminum frame with a glass rear panel, resulting in a premium feel that easily matches its price category. Everything feels solid, from the buttons to overall construction. You also get IP68 and IP69 ratings for dust and water resistance, which means durability isn't something you have to worry about. Honestly, if someone handed me this phone without telling me where it sat in the lineup, I probably wouldn't assume it's the youngest member of the X300 family. One of the biggest surprises about the X300 FE isn't the camera system or the performance, it's actually the battery. Despite being almost the same size as the regular X300, Vivo somehow managed to fit a larger 6,500 mAh battery inside. For reference, the standard X300 comes with a 6,040 mAh battery, while the X300 FE actually matches the battery capacity of the more expensive X300 Pro. That's genuinely impressive. Moving to the front, the X300 FE features a 6.31-inch ZEISS Master Color AMOLED display with a 1.5K resolution, a 120Hz refresh rate, and a peak brightness rating of up to 5,000 nits. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of display you'd expect from a premium flagship smartphone. Colors look vibrant without being oversaturated, blacks are deep, viewing angles are excellent, and text remains incredibly sharp. Whether I was watching videos, browsing social media, editing photos, or simply reading articles, the display consistently looked fantastic. The size is another thing I appreciate. It's large enough for entertainment and productivity, but still compact enough to remain comfortable during extended use. The stereo speakers also perform better than expected. Audio is loud, clear, and more than capable of handling videos, games, music, and streaming content without sounding distorted. For security, Vivo includes an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner. As expected, it's fast, reliable, and consistent. During my time with the phone, I rarely encountered failed scans. Face unlock is also available through the front camera. But for security-sensitive tasks, I still prefer using the fingerprint scanner. Now let's talk about the cameras because, realistically, that's probably one of the biggest reasons people consider an X300 series smartphone. The vivo X300 FE features a 50-megapixel Sony IMX921 main camera with iOS, a 50-megapixel Sony IMX882 telephoto camera with iOS and 3x optical zoom, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 50-megapixel front-facing camera. The good news is that it absolutely retains the photography DNA that the X300 series has become known for. Photos are detailed, dynamic range is good, colors look pleasing, and portrait photography remains one of vivo's strongest areas. The ZEISS partnership continues to be one of the company's biggest advantages, and you can definitely see that influence in the final images. Portraits consistently look excellent, subject separation is handled well, and the overall rendering style has a polished look that many people will appreciate. Out of all the cameras on this phone, the telephoto lens quickly became my favorite. Having a dedicated 3x optical zoom camera adds a level of flexibility that many competing smartphones still lack. Whether I was shooting portraits, food, pets, products, or distant subjects, I found myself reaching for the telephoto camera more often than expected. One thing I also appreciate is the consistency between the main and telephoto cameras. Color reproduction remains relatively similar across focal lengths, which creates a more refined photography experience overall. Now, because I use the standard vivo X300 every day, comparisons were inevitable. And yes, the regular X300 still has the advantage when it comes to overall camera performance. Images from the X300 generally show a little more refinement, especially in more challenging lighting conditions. There's slightly more polish and confidence in the image processing. But here's the important part. The gap isn't nearly as large as I expected. At no point did I feel disappointed using the X300 FE. If anything, it simply highlights how good the standard X300 really is. Viewed on its own, the X300 FE remains one of the better camera phones in its category. If there's one weak point in the setup, it's the ultra-wide camera. The 8-megapixel sensor is perfectly usable when needed, but it's clearly not operating at the same level as the main and telephoto cameras. It's functional, but it's also where the compromises become more noticeable. Performance is another area where the X300 FE refuses to feel like a compromise. Powering the device is Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 processor paired with LPDDR5X Ultra RAM and UFS 4.1 storage. We'll flash the benchmark numbers on screen, but the short version is that performance is exactly what you expect from a flagship smartphone. App launches are quick, multitasking feels effortless, and the overall experience remains consistently smooth. Gaming performance is equally impressive. Using Gamebench, Mobile Legends average around 120 FPS while maintaining temperatures of approximately 30 degrees Celsius. That's excellent performance for a phone of this size. Meanwhile, Genshin Impact average around 60 FPS while reaching temperatures of approximately 41 degrees Celsius. Simply put, you can absolutely game on this compact device. The only real downside I noticed was thermals. During prolonged gaming sessions or extended heavy workloads, the aluminum frame becomes noticeably warm. Performance itself remains stable, but the heat can become noticeable over time, especially around the frame where it's easiest to feel. Fortunately, it never reached a point where it significantly affected gameplay. Overall, it proves that compact smartphones don't necessarily have to sacrifice power. In many ways, it's a compact powerhouse. The phone runs Origin OS 6 based on Android 16, and honestly, Origin OS has quietly become one of my favorite Android skins. The software experience feels polished, responsive, and incredibly smooth. Animations are fluid, transitions feel natural, and everything feels well optimized. What I particularly like is the level of customization available. Users can personalize almost every aspect of the interface without making the experience feel cluttered. Visually, Origin OS 6 complements the premium nature of the hardware. Everything feels cohesive, from the icons to the widgets and system animations. Vivo is also committing to 5 years of Android OS updates and 7 years of security updates, which adds significant long-term value to the device. Now let's circle back to battery life because this is genuinely one of the strongest aspects of the phone. That large 6,500 mAh battery combined with the efficiency of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 delivers excellent endurance. Throughout my time with the device, the battery anxiety was basically non-existent. The phone consistently delivered reliable all-day performance and then some. In our PC Mark Work 3.0 battery test, the X300 FE achieved an impressive result of 26 hours and 20 minutes, which is among the better results we've seen from a device in this category. We'll flash the complete battery results on screen, but the numbers speak for themselves. Charging is equally impressive. The X300 FE supports 90-watt flash charge as well as 40-watt wireless flash charge, meaning you get both excellent battery life and convenient charging options. For a compact flagship smartphone, it's genuinely difficult to fault the battery experience here. So after spending some time with the vivo X300 FE, what's the verdict? I think Vivo understood exactly what this phone needed to be. Instead of trying to compete directly with the X300 Pro or X300 Ultra, the X300 FE focuses on delivering the core X300 experience in a package that's easier to carry and easier to recommend. You get a premium design, an excellent display, dependable flagship performance, capable ZEISS-powered cameras, wireless charging, outstanding battery life, long software support, and a polished software experience. Sure, there are compromises. The ultra-wide camera is clearly the weakest part of the camera system, and the thermals can become noticeable during prolonged gaming sessions. But when you look at the overall package, those complaints feels relatively minor. At 54,999 pesos, the vivo X300 FE feels like a very complete smartphone. And perhaps the biggest compliment I can give it is this. As someone who daily drives the standard vivo X300, transitioning to the X300 FE never felt like a major downgrade. Sure, I'd miss the slightly better camera system of the regular X300, but many of the things I enjoy about it using every day, the software experience, battery life, reliability, performance, and overall polish remain intact. That's what makes the vivo X300 FE so compelling. Even though it's technically the youngest member of the family, it never really feels like it. I'm Brian from Yugatech, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one.